Good afternoon. In the past couple of weeks on the Inner Forum, we've been discussing the use of the inner block and its applications in karate. Now, specifically what we're talking about here is a movement that comes from the outside inwards. Now, I would call this an inner block, soto uki. I appreciate some people call it uchi uki, an outer block, but that's what we're talking about. And there are various applications to this. Certainly I've filmed videos on this movement before. The classic and the obvious ones are an inner hammer strike to the jaw, where I literally just put straight here, or as an arm bar, so where I take a wrist, bend it over and expose the elbow and come into here. Okay, those are perfectly valid applications. What I'm going to do is show you something a little bit different. I'm going to show you a little bit of stick work. Now, this isn't classically karate, this is more the Filipino stuff. However, what do karate kata teach us, if not to learn the principles and then transcend the principles and apply them in a multitude of ways? That's exactly what I'm doing here. And what we're doing is we're going to use some sticks to achieve this. So what Amy's going to do is attack me laterally with a stick. Now, how I typically defend this is I check the wrist and cover high, and then I will wrap or grapevine it and expose the wrist. Now, I've got a video on the encirclement escape principle. There's your weak point. Typically how I would defend this would be simply to carry on my snaking movement until this comes away and I've got a disarm. That's how I typically do it. Now, when I'm defending using a stick, I tend to go a little bit more clever than that, and as the attack happens, I come to here. So I've got my palm checking the hand and I've got my stick as a guard, and then what I do is as I snake, this stick comes through. So what I get is a disarm and a strike all at the same time. That's not helping us with our inner block though, and this is what I'm going to come on to. Now, this technique I learned when I was studying Eskrima properly, but I actually relearned it at a seminar recently. Mick Tully was teaching this at Lee Taylor's dojo. It was a great seminar. Many thanks to Lee for organising and inviting me to take part in that. Now, what I'm going to do is the same attack comes in, and I've got the same defence. Okay, so I'm checking the hand, and I've also got the stick in the way. Now, I'm going to grapevine it, come through. Now here is my inner block, where my elbow is striking Amy's elbow, or just below the elbow. Now what we're going to do, we're going to actually be a bit artificial with this. We've got no headgear and I've got to be safe. I'm going to raise this up. And the reason I'm going to raise this up is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform an abanico or Wittig strike. Now, interestingly with the block, however anybody does it, it's never a straight movement, there's always rotation. And this is the one great thing this rotation gives you, is the ability to do an abanico strike. And I'm going to do this above Amy's head, again for safety. So as the attack happens, I check it here, I grapevine, I'm going to go high for safety. Now here is my inner block, which is here, okay? So I've got a strip, and this would be to here. So what we're going to do, we'll do this from a different angle. So again, same idea, it's a stick strike, check it, guarding here, grapevine and come through. This hasn't worked, so I've got to do something else. I'm straight back up because I'm thinking what she might be doing with this. Now here is my inner block, going to the elbow here. Again, high for safety, I would be striking here. I can't do that, at least I can't if I want my tea tonight. So I'm going to go higher than that, and the inner block, the abanico strike, is here. Okay? And I've got a successful disarm out of it. So again, not classically karate, but certainly there's no reason that can't be a perfectly valid application to that particular movement. So I hope that was of interest. I haven't actually put anything on YouTube for a good while, so hope this is a very general interest to my martial arts friends, and thanks for watching. Thank you.